Yes, ma'am.
Children, you understood?
Yes, ma'am. X is equal to 10.
Yes, ma'am.
How did we take x is equals to 10? How did we find x is equals to?
Ma'am, we have to subtract 17 by 7. Then we get...
We have to take the numerals on other side of the equal to sign. Variable on one side, numerals on the other side. And when the numeral changes their place, the sign changes.
Okay.
Plus will change to minus, minus will change to plus. If it is multiply, multiply will change to divide, divide will change to multiply. Okay. Now see the second one here. Is this an equation? Tell me first. T minus 7 is greater than 5. Is this an equation?
No, ma'am.
No,
No, ma'am.
it's not an equation because there is no equal to sign. Okay. Now 4 by 2. In this question, give reason for your answer. State which of the following are equation. In this question, we just have to say which are the equations and which are not the equations, and okay, and what is the reason for that. Now the second one is not an equation. The first one was equation because there was equal to sign and we could find the value of x also, but they have not told us to do in this question. Now second one, there is no equal to sign, so this is not an equation. Are you getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
And second one is 4 by 2 is equal to 2. Is this an equation?
Yes, ma'am.
This is an equation, but there is no variable.
Yes,
There is no variable. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So we can say that this is not an equation with a variable. The
The
question is,
give the
which of the following are equations with a variable? Is it? The question says, which of the following are equations with a variable? So this is not an equation with a variable. It is an equation, but not with a variable.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Ma'am, but they told that give reason. So
Yes.
for C1, should we give the reason like 4 by 2, 4, 2 ones are 2 2s are?
Yes. When we divide 4 by 2, we get 2.
Yes, ma'am.
So left side is equal to right side.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's how it's both sides are equal.
Equal.
Now see the next one. This is here again.
Ma'am,
There is no variable here.
an equation.
So this is not an equation
not
with
a
variables with the variable. Okay, there is no variable here.
Yes, ma'am.
Rest, if you
Yes,
want
ma'am.
to find out whether left hand side is equal to right hand side, that you can multiply and subtract here and you can check. But there is no variable here. Okay. So if both
Yes.
sides are equal, then it is an equation. Okay. Otherwise, there will be not equal to sign. Now see the fifth one, E part. Here,
It's an equation, ma'am.
an equation. Okay. It has equal to sign and there is a value and there is a variable also. Second,
Hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Shivani. How are you? Shivani, put on your video. Put on your video.
Yes.
Video should not be off. X minus 2 equals to 0. So this is an equation.
Yes, ma'am. It's an equation.
Yes. And there is a variable also. Shivani, try and be on time, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Now see here, we are doing the first question here in exercise 11.1. This question is asking us to find which are the equations in this question. So many equations are given, so many equations are there. They are asking which of these are equation with a variable. Okay, and give reason for your answer. So, and we have to give reason also. So equation is that where we have equal to sign. Okay, where we have equal to sign, that is an equation. And variable also. Now you know which are the variables. In the last class, you had asked me what are variables. You know variables? Okay, can you tell me what are variables in this? Okay, you tell me here. This G part. Can you see the screen? The G part.
Yes.
2m
Can
less than 30. Is this an equation, Shivani?
What, ma'am?
Is this an equation? This one, 2m less than 30. Is this an equation?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it an equation? Is there any equal to sign here?
No, ma'am.
No. If there is no equal to sign, then this is not an equation. Okay? Equation is that where you have equal to sign.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay? Now, this one. Tell me the h part, Shivani. Is this an equation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. This is why this is
Hello,
an
teacher.
equation. Hello,
Because
Vijay.
equal to sign is there.
Teacher, my
Equal to
video.
sign is. Wait,
Teacher, my video is not working.
please put it on.
Video is not working, teacher.
Is somebody there? Mama, Papa, please tell them to try.
I told them, teacher.
Okay.
They
Okay.
told after the class we'll see.
Okay. Can you see my video?
I can see your video.
Okay. Okay, Shivani, tell me which is the variable in this equation.
In this one,
Hmm.
n, ma'am.
N is the variable. Good. Now, I1, I part. Rishit, you tell me, is this an equation with a variable?
No, ma'am.
Yes?
Ma'am, it's not an equation with a variable.
It's not an equation with the variable. There is no variable in this
Yes,
equation.
ma'am. But it's an
Okay.
equation.
It's an equation. Good. Ashwat, tell me this one, J part. Is this an equation with a variable? J. This
Yes,
one.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Which is the variable here?
P.
P. Good. Ashwat, you have raised your hand. What happened?
Ma'am, I want to tell.
Yes. What, bache? What you want to tell?
Ma'am, I was asking that should I also tell?
Okay. 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 Now again, Ashwat, you tell me this one, K part. Is this an equation? 20 equals to 5y.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Why this is an equation?
What, ma'am?
Why this is an equation? Why do I call it an equation?
Ma'am, 5 into y is equals to 20.
Because there is equal to sign in between. Is it?
Yes.
And which is a variable here?
Y.
Y is the variable. Okay. Now see this L part. Now Shivani will tell me this L part. Shivani, is this an equation?
No, ma'am.
Good. Okay, now Hridesh will tell me. Hridesh, M part. Is this an equation? Where is Hridesh? Hridesh is not here. Who else is there? Hridesh, Maji. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Hridesh. Hridesh, you tell me, is this an equation? M part, Z plus 12 is greater than 24. Is this an equation?
Z minus
Z plus 12.
Z plus 12
Hmm.
is by 24. Teacher, it might not be true.
What might not be true? I'm asking, is this an equation? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Can you see any equal to sign there?
1 minute, ma'am.
No, then
No,
what
ma'am.
is
No,
it?
ma'am. It's not
Not what?
an equation.
This is not an equation, okay? Because there is no equal to sign. Okay. Now, N part. Sritej, you will tell me, is this an equation?
Yes, ma'am, because there is equal to sign.
There is equal to sign, but there is no variable.
Yes,
Is it?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's an equation, but without a variable.
But without variable. Good. Now, O part also. Sritej, you tell me, is this an equation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And what is the variable here?
Ma'am, x.
X. Good. Can you find the value of X here?
Yes, ma'am. 7 minus 5. You can like take 5 to the other side, and 7 minus 5 is 2. So 7 minus 2 is equals to 5.
Do it in your notebook and show me. Ritesh, everyone do it in your notebook and find the value of x here. 7 minus x equals to 5. Find the value of x.
Ma'am, the answer is 2.
Ma'am, it's 2.
Yes, it's 2. How did you do that? Show me your notebooks.
Ma'am, I just subtracted 7 minus 5.
Yes, got it.
Yes.
Ritesh.
Ma'am, but I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, when a number goes to the subtracted side, it becomes addition, no, ma'am?
Yes.
Then why here if the 5 goes near subtracted sign, why we didn't consider the addition?
See here. Now when you are taking 5 this side, okay, I'm taking 5 this side and I'm moving my x this side.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it becomes 5 minus 7 minus 5. And when x goes on the other side, it becomes plus. So my value of x will come out to be 7 minus 5, which is equal to 2.
Okay, ma'am, got it.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
And in case, suppose, if you don't want to replace your x, if you don't want to, suppose you don't want to change the value of x. 1 second, I'll take full of screen. If you don't want to change your value, your place of x, what will you do? If I have this, now suppose if I say I don't want to change my place of x, so my x will remain here. What will I do? My 7 will go on the other side.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it? So when 7 will go, it will become minus. So 5 minus 7 becomes minus 2. And here also it becomes minus x. So what happens here? Minus and minus sign on both sides cancels out.
And plus.
Is it? It happens?
Yes, ma'am.
You must have studied in integers. So x
Yes,
will
ma'am.
become equal to 2.
Minus plus minus plus.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You got it? I've shown you
ma'am.
both ways.
Yes, ma'am, got it.
Okay. Now see the next one. Complete the entries in the third column of the table. Okay, here we have not made any columns, but you will just tell me. Third column. Here the value of the variable. Quickly you need to find the values of the variable. Values are already given here. Here you just have to tell whether the equation is satisfied or not. Now if I take 10 y equals to 80, what will be the value of y here?
Ma'am, it's not satisfied, ma'am.
It's not satisfying, you know, because value of 8 has y has to be 8.
8, ma'am. Because if there is 10, the
Yes.
becomes 100.
So this is not satisfied. And this one is satisfied?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now tell me 10y is
No,
equal to 80y is equal to 3. Is it satisfied?
No, ma'am.
No?
No, ma'am.
Y cannot be 5.
Yes, ma'am. It
Okay.
becomes 50.
Yes. Okay.
Ma'am, D is not satisfied.
D is not satisfied because L cannot be 20.
Yes, ma'am.
It
E
has
is
to
also
be-
not satisfied.
This is not satisfied. E.
E,
What about E? Not
no, ma'am.
satisfied.
No,
F
ma'am.
is satisfied.
F.
F is satisfied.
F is satisfied.
F is satisfied. Okay. If we take the value of 5, L as 5, then it's 20.
Ma'am, I don't understand this one.
See, this is, you know, what are they asking? They are giving, we have to find some value of variable here which satisfies what value of y will give us 80 on the other side. So they have given us some wrong answers, some correct answers. So we have to find out which value will be a satisfactory value. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Like suppose if I multiply y 10 with 8, I will get 80. How did I find this 8? What did I do? I kept y this side.
Yes.
I divided 80 by 10. I got 8. So my value of y has to be 8.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Clearly here, if 4L is equal to 20, so what will be my L? Value of L will be 40.
5.
20 divided by 4, which is equal to 5. This is how I will get my value of N. Okay.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So they have given us some wrong answers also, just to, they are trying to trick you. Okay. They're just asking whether the equation is satisfactory or not. Now see the next one. B plus 5 is equal to 9.
I'm not satisfied. Not
Ma'am, it is
satisfied.
wrong. It's not
satisfactory.
satisfied.
And the answer will become 10, ma'am.
So if 5 plus 5 is there, it will be 10, not 9.
No, ma'am. H1 also no.
Yes, and next one also.
Not
No,
satisfied.
good.
Ma'am, but
Okay.
I1 is satisfied.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
thought is
I1 is.
satisfied.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
4
I1 is
plus
satisfied.
5.
Okay, now 1 second. Now I'll ask Shivani. Shivani, you tell me whether this equation is satisfying or not. This J part. J.
It is satisfying, ma'am.
It is satisfying? Okay, good. Tell me the next one. Is it satisfying?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Now Hridesh will tell me. Hridesh, tell me the L part. Whether it is satisfying or not.
Teacher, can you zoom it a little bit?
Zoom it.
Okay, teacher, leave it. I'll study.
Huh.
L part.
Yes, L part.
H minus 8 is equals to 5H.
So
It's
that-
an equation.
No, I'm not asking the equation. I'm asking whether they have told us the value of H is 0. Is it correct or not? Can H be 0?
No, ma'am.
No. So this equation is not satisfactory.
Teacher, because 8 minus 5 is 4.
Yes. Okay. So we cannot take 0 here. H cannot be 0 here, no? Okay. Now, Hridesh, you tell me again this one. Is it satisfactory or not? P plus 3 equals to 1. M.
P plus 3 is equals to 1.
Huh.
Again, P is equals to 3.
Huh.
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Because if I put P equals to 3,
Teacher.
then 3 plus 3
No,
becomes
no,
3,
ma'am.
not
No.
1. Okay. So not satisfactory this. Okay. Ashwath, you tell me this one. N part. P plus 3 equals to 1. And P is
No,
given
ma'am.
1.
No,
Is it
ma'am.
satisfactory?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Sritej, no, I'll ask Divesh. Divesh, you tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
P plus 3 is equals to 1 and P is given to be 0. Is it satisfactory?
Ma'am, it's not
Teacher?
satisfied.
Not
It is not
satisfactory.
satisfied.
Tell me the next one, Divesh.
Ma'am, P is also not satisfied.
P equals to minus 1 is not satisfactory. Shivani will tell me this. Shivani will tell me this. Shivani, last one. P plus 3 equals to 1. P is given to be minus 2. Is it satisfactory?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. Okay, because 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay, great. So I hope you have understood this.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now see the next one. Pick out the solution from the values given in the bracket next to each equation. Now here all these, there are some values given. You have to say which is the correct value for the variable.
Ma'am, you have.
Ma'am, it's 12. A1.
Ma'am, it's 12.
Yes. How did
12.
you get this?
Ma'am,
How
because
did you get
Ma'am,
this?
60 divided by 5.
which is 12.
So this is correct. Okay, now here which is the correct value for n? N plus 12
Ma'am,
is
18.
20.
8.
Ma'am,
8.
8.
Okay, C part. P minus 5 is equal
Ma'am,
to
0.
Ma'am, 10.
10, ma'am. 10.
Ma'am, 10.
10, not 0, because 0 minus 5 will be minus 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Shivani,
Ma'am,
you
what
tell me
is
what happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Shivani, you tell me the next one. Q by 2 is equals to 7. Which is the correct value for Q here?
Q by Q is equal to 7.
Ma'am, can I answer Rishit?
This is 14, ma'am.
Yes, good, bache. Very nice, Shivani. Okay. Shritesh, you tell me this. R minus 4 equals to 0. What is the value of R here?
Ma'am, 4.
4. Good. Okay. Rishit, you tell me this one.
M minus 2.
Which one?
F1
F part.
minus 2.
What is minus 2? Okay. Good. Now complete the table and by inspection of the table find. Okay, we are not doing this. This is, what you have table in your book. If you have some value of M here, you have some value of M plus 10. This is how you have to, make the table here. For some value of M, it can be 1, 2, 3, whatever, so on. Now it's saying M plus 10 is 60. Now, if I put my value of N once, then what will be, if I put my value of N, so what is M plus 10?
Ma'am, 11.
11.
Ma'am, the answer is 6.
The answer will be,
16.
okay.
6.
Okay, this will be 11. So they are saying you have to do this until you get here 16. Okay.
Ma'am, if this question is given in a exam, we need to draw the whole table till 16.
You have to draw till you get this equation, M plus 10. Okay, so where will you get this equation? When your M is equals to 6. Okay, so till that means you have to do till 4, 5, 6 values. So if M is 6, then M plus 10 will be 16.
16.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, so this question was for based on this equation. Now similarly, you have for another equation that is 5t equals to 35.
Ma'am, 7. T is equal to 7.
So t will be 7. That means you have to make this table till M equals to 7.
Ma'am, Z is equals to 12.
So here also Z is equals to 12. So you have to put the values till 12.
Ma'am,
So
4.
Okay.
Ma'am,
So
10,
you understood this? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So this was the chapter algebra. Okay. These are some riddles given to you. You can try these riddles. But for now, we are not doing this. Okay. Okay. You can take it as a homework. Try it. Okay. These are some riddles. Okay. So I hope you have understood this algebra chapter nicely.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions in this?
No, ma'am. Crystal clear.
Any doubt you understood about expressions, you understood about equation, then you understood how to find the value of a variable, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
You know? So
Ma'am, can you give questions from IMO?
From which book?
IMO. MO. International Maths Olympiad.
Okay, International Maths Olympiad. From that book?
Ma'am, can you give
Yes.
these type of questions from that book?
Okay, I'll give you more questions on this. Okay, I'll give you. That will be for finding the value of the variable. Okay, the important thing in this chapter is how to find the value of a variable. Now I'll.
Yes, ma'am. We'll find.
Ma'am, can you conduct a quiz?
Quiz. Okay. Nice. Okay. Who's telling me?
Ma'am is asking to share any link.
Link?
Yes, ma'am. There is in Google, there are a few websites through which you can conduct a quiz.
Okay, I'll try. But for today, I have not seen that. Maybe for next time, I'll try something like that. Okay. Now I've given you this question. 6x equals to 30. Can you all find the value of x here?
5, 5, 5.
Ma'am,
Five,
5.
ma'am.
5. Ma'am,
Yes.
it's really easy.
And please don't tell me directly. Please solve it in your notebooks. When you solve this question like this in your answer sheets, then only your teacher will give you marks. Okay? If you directly you'll give the answer, ma'am will give you only half marks for the answer. So show your teacher how have you got your answer. Okay.
Ma'am, I done the problem.
Find the value of the variable. Find the value of the variable.
Ma'am,
20.
Ma'am, 20.
Yes. Okay, now I'm asking 4p plus 7 equals to 19. Find the value of p here. Find the value of p here. Yes, quickly find the value of p.
Ma'am, 3.
Ma'am, it's 3 because when we send 19 to the other
Ma'am,
side,
3
we
into
do
4
19
equals
minus
12.
7,
12 plus 72
and you'll
equals
get
to
12.
19.
So 4 into what equals 12 is 3. So that's why p is equals to 3.
Good. That's nice. So what did you do? You first took 7 on the other
Ma'am,
side.
19 minus 7
Ma'am,
divided by
first,
4.
yes, ma'am.
So
Ma'am, or
this
else
is
we can do it in this way that 19 minus 7 and then we should check it's 12, ma'am. So we should check that is 12. We should divide by 4.
yes, these are the steps actually. Okay, that's nice. Good. Okay, now one more. 4p plus 1 is equals to 13. Please find out this. Do it in your notebooks and please show me your notebooks.
12.
Hmm. So what is the value of p?
Ma'am, P is
12.
P is 12.
P is 3, ma'am.
P is 3. Good.
First 12 plus 1,
So
13.
what was your first
Ma'am, it's
step?
3.
Ma'am,
Yes, your
first,
first step
ma'am,
was
just like
to
the
take
previous.
1 on the other side. So
Yes,
that
ma'am.
becomes 4p
That
equals to 13 minus
13
1
minus
becomes
12 by 4.
Shivani has done. Okay, good Shivani. Yes. So then p becomes 12 by 4, which is equal to 3. So you get your value of p to be 3. Okay, one more now. X plus 18 is equals to 42. Find out this. What is x here?
Ma'am, 24.
X is 24.
Yes, ma'am, 24.
Okay, good. Now one more. One more. If I have 29 equals to 13 multiplied 2 plus p. Find the value of p. Okay, find the
Ma'am,
value of
3. 3.
3.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
3.
Yes. Good.
Then first we need to solve the brackets and we need to subtract by 29.
Yes, good. Okay. Nice. Okay, the next chapter. Now see, I wanted to start next chapter also. Are you thorough with this algebra now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll plan some quiz or something, some worksheet with you. Okay. But not in today's class, maybe next time. Okay, the next chapter that we will
Ma'am?
start is ratios and proportion. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, can you join login in quizzes.com? In that you will get quizzes.
Who is saying? Who is this?
Ma'am, Ashwath.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Our previous teacher also did the same thing.
Previous
We
ma'am
provide,
did like that.
Okay.
quizzes.com in Google, and she
Okay.
just assigned us quiz and she sent us the link one.
In your live class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, in the chat box.
Okay.
Ma'am, it's called quizzes.com. Like it's QUI and triple Z.
Okay. Okay, Biche, I'll see. Okay, I'll find out.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I'll give you, please find some expressions. Okay, okay, let's do. Please make an expression. Saransh is X years of age now. What will be his age 4 years ago? What was his age 4 years ago?
Ma'am, x minus
Ma'am,
4.
X minus 4.
Minus
X minus
4.
4. Good. Okay. I have this book with me for extra questions. If n takes the value 3, find the value of n plus 3.
Ma'am, 6.
6.
Good. Okay. Radha has 3A red marbles and 2B yellow marbles. The total number of marbles with her are, she has 3A
Ma'am, can
red
you
marbles and 2B,
Ma'am, 3a plus 2b.
3A plus 2B.
3A plus 2B.
Okay, yes, good. Okay. Okay, if length of a rectangle is 3 times its breadth, if length of a rectangle is 3 times its breadth, find the expression for its perimeter and area. You can take breadth as B.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Okay, I'll write the question here. I'll write, if the length of a rectangle is 3 times breadth, find the expression of its perimeter and expression for its area.
Ma'am,
You have to
perimeter
find
is equals to 2 into 3b plus b, and area is
Ma'am,
equals to 3b
3B into B.
into b.
Area is 3b into b. Yes, 2 into, if I've taken breadth as b, my length becomes 3b. Is it? So that is
Yes, ma'am.
2 into 3b plus b.
3 into B equals to 3B.
Yes, 3b into b. Okay. Anything more in this chapter? Okay, Sunita is, please write. Okay, Sunita is half the age of her mother, Geeta. Find their ages. Wait, let me write the question. Sunita is half the age of her mother. Okay, Sunita is half the age of her mother. Sunita is half the age of her mother. Are you understanding the question?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Find their ages after 4 years. What are their ages after 4 years?
Ma'am,
Both.
ma'am, the
Ma'am,
same.
if it
X by 2 into 4.
Ma'am, suppose her mother's age is like X. Since
Hmm.
we added 4 years,
Ma'am, x plus 4 by 2.
X plus 4 and
Hmm.
then divided by 2 as her daughter is like half of her age.
You are taking
Ma'am.
mother's age as X and Sunita's age will be X by 2. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Ma'am, so x plus
but
4
if I
divided by 2.
if I take Sunita's age as X and mother's age will be 2x. Sunita is half of mama's age, no? So mother's age is X, Sunita's age is X. So after 4 years, what will it be?
2x plus 4.
After 4 years, it will be Sunita's age will be Sunita will
X.
be
X plus
4 and mother
X
will be
plus 4.
2x
2x plus 4.
2x plus 2.
And what were their ages 3 years ago? If I have to find their ages 3 years
X
ago.
minus 3.
X
Sunita's
minus 3, 2x minus
2x
3.
minus 3. Mother age.
X
Mother's age will be 2x minus 3. So these are the expressions. Okay. So that means you have understood the concept well.
Yes.
Okay. That's great. Okay. Now I want to start with your next chapter. Okay. I'll give you some introduction of your next chapter, that is ratio and proportions. Okay.
Yes.
Just the introduction today. I'll give you some introduction of your next chapter. That's this ratio and proportion.
Ratio is comparison by division.
Yes. See, when you compare two things, what are the ways? How do you compare? If I say my age is 20 years and your age is 10 years, how do you make the comparison? What is the difference?
20
No?
is to 10.
and
No.
25 is to 10.
So there are two ways. So that is 20 minus 10 you will do. So that is one way of finding the difference. Is it? You're comparing two ages. One is 10 years old and the other one is 20 years old. So one way is that you're subtracting. Other way is that when you divide two things. Okay. That means if you are dividing 20 years by 10 years, so that will also give you 10 years. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
So when we compare, the ratio is when we do comparison by division. When we do comparison by division, then when we call it a ratio. Okay. One comparison is by difference, finding the difference. One comparison is by division. So the comparison that we do by division is called ratio. Okay. It's clearly written in your books also. The comparison by division is called ratio. Right?
Yes.
But one thing you have to remember that whenever we are finding ratios, the two things should be in the same units. The two things should have the same units. Okay? Right? Now, suppose if I'm saying, if this example is here, Isha's weight is 25 kg and her father's weight is 75 kg. Now, both the weights are in kilograms. And in case, so what will be the ratio here? What will be the ratio here? How many times father's weight is of Isha's weight? Now it is asking how many. So it's asking how many times. When there is times word written, that means it is a ratio by division.
Yes.
Okay, then it is by division. So that is 75 by 25, that is 3:1. Now You found out the ratio because both the units were same, is it? Both the units were same. But had it been somebody in grams and other one in kilograms, would you be able to find the ratio then?
No.
No, you cannot find out.
No,
So in
ma'am.
that case, you need to convert them to bring it to the same unit.
Yes,
Either
ma'am.
you will convert grams to kilograms or you will convert kilograms to grams. But both have to be same. Okay. So both the units, that means whatever you are taking in the numerator and you are taking in the denominator, both the units have to be same. Okay. You need to be careful about this
Ma'am, can
before
you find
finding the ratio.
if the values are in decimal forms?
If the values are in decimal form, yes, you can find out. You can find out. You can remove the decimal point from there if you want to make it easier. Okay, you can do.
Okay, ma'am.
The ratio of the cost of a pen to the cost of a pencil. Okay, the cost of a pen is ₹10. Cost of the pencil is ₹2. How many times? Now again, it's saying times. That means it is a ratio by division. Okay, whenever times word is written, that means it's a ratio by division. The cost of a pen. Ratio itself means when you are doing comparison by division. Okay. So that's 10 by 2, which is equal to 5:1. Okay. Okay, let's try this. In a class, there are 20 boys and 40 girls. What is the ratio of the number of boys to the number of girls? There are 20 boys and
1:2.
So what is written first? What is the ratio of the number of boys to the girls? So boys, whichever thing is written first, that you have to take in the numerator. Okay. So that means ratio of boys to the ratio.
1:2.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so that's 20 by 40. So that's 1:2. Now Ravi walks 6 kilometers in an hour while Roshan walks 4 kilometers in an hour. What is the ratio of the distance covered by Ravi to the distance covered by Roshan?
Ma'am, 3:2.
3:2.
And
Did you
3:2.
do that? 6 kilometers.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
4 kilometers. So that's, we divide by 2. 2 3s is 6 and 2 3s is 8. So that's 3:2. Please mute yourself.
And that means in this ratio, we instead of keeping the by symbol, we just need to put "is to."
Yes, we need to put this sign, is to sign. Okay, this is the sign for the ratio.
So instead of that fraction form, we should write the column.
Yes, we should put colon there. But we don't read it as a colon. That's is 2. Okay. Or we can say 3:2. But we don't call it ratio like this. It's 3:2. We read it as 3:2. Okay. Now, okay, you tell me, if I say Ravi walks 6 kilometers in an hour while Roshan walks, instead of kilometer, I have meter here. How will you find this?
Ma'am, we need to convert Ravi
Ma'am,
walks.
we should convert.
So what will you convert?
Ma'am, we can convert Ravi, ma'am.
Yes, you will convert Ravi. Okay.
Ma'am, because
6,000 by
Ma'am,
4.
it will become 6,000 meters.
Yes, it will become 6,000 meters.
Ma'am, we need to convert the bigger one, because if we convert the smaller one, ma'am, again the answer will get in decimals, and it
Yes.
Decimals will be harder.
So your one number will be in decimal. Okay. So to avoid the decimal, you should convert the bigger one to smaller one. So then you can take like this 6,000 meters upon 4 meters. Okay.
Yes.
So with this, what ratio will you get?
Then we'll get it as ma'am 3000:2.
Okay. 3000 is to 2.
2.
Great. Further also you can do. You can reduce it further also.
Ma'am, 1500 is to
Yes.
1.
Yes, you can reduce it further also. Okay. Is to 1.
Ma'am, can I conduct a quiz?
No, not now. Okay. Who is this? Who is saying?
Ma'am, Ashwath.
Okay.
Should I?
Who? No, no, no. No, bachi, not now. I'll plan for it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, now if I ask you, what is the ratio of rupees 6 to 60 paise? How will you do this? Find the ratio.
Paise is equals to 600.
600.
Ma'am,
Do
600.
it in your notebooks. Do
600.
it in your notebooks. Do it in the notebooks.
Ma'am, the answer is 1000:1.
Do it in your notebooks and show me.
100 is to 1, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, it's 100:1.
How did you do that? What did you do?
Ma'am, because 1 rupee is equals to 100 paise, so 6 paise, 6 rupees is equals to 6 paise.
Ma'am,
Rupees equals to 600 paisa. 600 paisa divided by 6 paisa is equals to 100 by 1.
100 by 1.
100 by
Ma'am,
1.
can we write it as 50 is to 0.5?
Sorry. This is not 6 paise, it's 60 paise. Rupees 6 to 60 paise.
1000 is to
Please
1.
take-
1000:1.
Hmm?
Ma'am, 1000:1.
1000 is to 1?
Ma'am,
Okay, I've
100 is to 1.
converted
Ma'am, 10 is to 1.
10.
Ma'am,
10 is to 1.
100 is to 10.
Ma'am, 100 is to 10.
Yes, so that will be 60 paise. 600 paise and 60 paise. Okay, so that's
100 is to 10.
600 by 60, 10 is to 1. Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Like this.
Ma'am, can we write 10 is to 1 as 5 is to 0.5?
No, why do you want to write in decimals? It's better to work in numbers, complete numbers. Why do you want to write
Yes,
in
ma'am. If we write
decimals?
it in decimals, it
Who's
will be
asking? Who is this?
Ma'am, Divyesh.
Divesh. Divesh, better not to write in decimals, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Use a whole number. Okay.
Ma'am, the class time is over.
No. The time is left. It's 6:44. Okay. Now tell me, what are equivalent ratios?
Ma'am,
Do you
equivalent
know
ratios
anything
are
about
like
equivalent
the
ratios?
ratios of equivalent fractions.
Equivalent.
Ma'am, which are equal?
Ratios which are equal. Okay? Ratios which are equal.
Ma'am, like 4:2 is equals to 1:2.
4:2, yes, is equal to
2 is to 1.
2:1.
2:1. Yes. where the two ratios are equal. Suppose
Ma'am,
if I
what we
have
call the
if I
proportion?
have 50 is to 1 and 50 is to 1, is it equal to 100 is to 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Is
ma'am.
it?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay. So, if I'm writing 2 is to 3, can you find two equivalent ratios of 2 is to 3?
Ma'am, 6 is to 4. Ma'am, 4
Find
is to
two
6.
equivalent
No, 4
ratios
is
in
to
your
6.
notebook.
Ma'am, 4 is to 6.
Hmm.
14 is to 21.
Now see, good. Now see, what will you do here? To find equivalent ratios of 2 is to 3, I have given you, you multiply whatever you are doing, you multiply or you divide by the same number. So numerator and denominator both by the same number. You are multiplying this by the same number. So 2 into 2 gives you 4 and 2 into 3 gives you 6. Okay. Suppose if you have 20 by 15, whatever you are doing, suppose if I divide this by, if I say not 15, it's make it 16. If I divide this by, if
No,
I
5
want
is
to
to
find some equivalent ratio, okay, so that's 5 by 4. Whatever I am doing, multiplying or I am dividing by the same number, numerator and denominator with the same number.
Yes.
Okay, that gives you equivalent ratio. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
You must have done this earlier when you have done this chapter. This
Yes,
is
ma'am.
just a revision of this. Okay, we are just doing the revision since you have already completed the chapter. Okay.
Yes.
Now, if I give you a number 5 by 6, please find 3 equivalent ratios of this.
Ma'am,
Since
10 by 12,
these
15
5
by
and
8.
6, since
10
these
by 12.
10 by 12.
please do
15 by
Then
18,
10 by
30
12,
by
15 by
36.
18, 20 by
20
24.
by 24,
30 by 36.
30 by 36.
36,
By
Okay.
60.
35 by 42,
60 by 60.
35 by 42.
Ma'am, 15 by 18.
15 by 18. Okay.
50
50
by
by
60.
Good. Okay, good.
Ma'am,
We are going-
20 by 24.
Yes, yes. So you can make as many equivalent ratios of this. Okay. Right. So this was all about the introduction of the chapter. I've taken only the ratio part now. Okay. Proportions we will discuss once we complete with the ratio. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So today's homework I'll give you in your resource part. I'm just looking for some questions, good questions. You can find your homework in the resource section. Okay, after some time.